What's good, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new Amazon video. Feels like it's been a little bit since I said that because I did do streams instead of videos for the past couple of uploads. I think I've missed like 3 uploads now. Instead, I did streams though so that I didn't miss the piece of content for that day. But the reason that I started doing streams is because I became incredibly busy. I got into a little transition period where I was moving back into Amazon and having to schedule around doing DoorDash and Uber Eats and still trying to make enough money before I go back to Amazon, knowing I won't get a paycheck that next coming week, and just all these things that I had to do, especially with filming on YouTube and stuff like that. Doing all those, I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to upload as often as I would like. So I I switched them to live streams. And in today's video, I'm going to basically be talking about all of the updates that happened and pretty much finish the whole, trilogy of videos that I've made about leaving Amazon. Now that I'm back at Amazon, I'm going to be explaining how I got back into it and everything that's happened. So I guess I might as well just get started immediately. For those who don't know, a couple of weeks ago, I got sent home. I got put on a leave of absence, unpaid. I talked about how they were going to try to get me into different roles. None of those roles got accepted, and because of the nature of everything, because I wasn't able to walk and stuff. I was able to walk, but because I wasn't able to do certain work, I was told by my doctor to do more of office type roles. Amazon said that they could give me one. They ended up not being able to. So all of the options that Amazon gave me were void, basically. I wasn't able to do any of them. So the other option was pretty much it wasn't even an option because it was just what I was forced to do, stay home unpaid. They couldn't accommodate me for my injury, so I had to stay home unpaid for a couple of weeks. I was home for let me see how many weeks it was. I'm looking at my calendar right now. I was actually supposed to go back on April 10th, but something happened, which again, I'll update you guys on a little bit. So I was gone for about 3 weeks, and then I returned to Amazon just this past week. So I was almost gone for an entire month. I was supposed to finish an entire month, but because of my doctor sending me back early, basically, which I'll get onto in a bit, I just had to go back early. So yeah, pretty much what happened was I was given a leave until April 10th, as you guys know, and I thought that I was going to be gone from Amazon until April 10th, but it ended up being that somebody on the disability and leave services team ended up going into my date and changing it because of the paperwork that I was sent previously. The paperwork that I was given by my doctor previously did tell Amazon that there is no current return date and that we are awaiting MRI results on my foot and my ankle. We're just awaiting MRI results to make sure that I actually am able to work, and they'll let Amazon know by that time. So Amazon saw that. The first person that was working on my case saw that and said, okay, we'll just put April 10th for now. A second person came in and said, well, if they're not going to give an estimation, I'm going to end this leave early, basically. I'm going to move it. They moved it from March 10th to, I believe, March 31st. They moved the date to March 31st, and then they said that depending on what paperwork I'm given back from my doctor, they might move it earlier or might move it later. It just depends on what my doctor says. And I was still awaiting my MRI results. So I went in to get my MRI. I think it's been like 2 weeks since I got my MRI done. So I did that. Nothing came back. You guys know I've had foot and ankle pain like crazy, but nothing showed up on the MRI. Nothing showed up at all. So there was pretty much, again, I already had done x-rays. There was no broken bones, no fractured bones, nothing like that. After doing the x-rays, I got an MRI done, and there was nothing showing up on the MRI either. There was no severe inflammation. There was nothing at all. No fractures, no broken bones. Again, same thing as it was last time. There was just nothing to show up on the x-rays or MRI. So because of that, because of the nature of things, even though my foot was still hurting, my doctor could not send there was no way that my doctor could give them proof or give them a reason to keep me at home, because even though I wasn't feeling good, there's technically nothing wrong with me. I'm technically a fully healed person. Like, if there's nothing showing up on the MRI, nothing showing up on any of the results, it doesn't really matter how my foot feels, because the doctor doesn't have any proof and can't really back me up on my claim to stay out of work. So ended up giving me a note a few days after that saying that I'm able to return to work immediately. And at the time, this really frustrated me because my foot and my ankle at the time, they were still hurting a lot. I had only been gone from Amazon for about a week or two now. By that point, maybe I think it was like around 2 weeks, maybe like 13, 14 days. I don't remember exactly. But my ankle and my foot were still hurting a lot. Like, nothing had really changed. If anything, I was feeling worse than what I had done. So after that, I submitted that paperwork, kind of knowing, okay, my foot still hurts, but I mean, there's pretty much nothing I can do about it. That, on top of that, there was also the problem that I was doing Uber Eats and DoorDash, and I had already talked to you guys about this in the video. I was considering doing that full time. However, one of my concerns was that it's incredibly inconsistent. Some days or some weeks you can go out there and make $30 an hour, like quite easily with no problems at all. You can make $30 an hour, and you can do that for a full week straight every single day. And then the next week you go out there and you're making like $7 an hour, $10 an hour. Like, it is an incredibly inconsistent job, and it was going well. The first week and a half that I did it, it was going very well. I was making really good money. Like, I was making at minimum $20 an hour, but most of the time it was like 24, 25, sometimes $30 an hour. So I was making almost twice as much as I'm making at Amazon, basically. And I was enjoying it. And I was like, you know what? I really do want to quit Amazon. But then reality hit me immediately afterwards. After making that video and releasing it and talking about some of the concerns that I had, reality hit me immediately afterwards. The apps, both of them, DoorDash and Uber Eats, just completely died. They became extremely slow. The money was trash. I wasn't making anywhere near as much as I was supposed to. Like, I remember one day going out there and I was supposed to make like $90 for the day to be able to pay my bills and stuff like that. I only ended up coming off with like $45 or like $50 or something like that. I was way under what I actually needed, and unfortunately the apps just died and everything went back to how it was when I first quit. I'm not sure what that is. I kind of have my theories on that, or maybe it's just either my theories are true or it's just it got slow out of nowhere. But whatever happened, and I immediately got hit with reality. And that was where I was like really considering, like, okay, I think I'll probably go back to Amazon for a month once I do go back, but then I think I'm just gonna fully quit and fully do Uber Eats and DoorDash. But I was considering that. I was thinking about that for like a week and a half. Like, that was really heavily on my mind. I was really considering just leaving Amazon as soon as I returned, basically. Like, I would have returned, worked a couple weeks, used all my vacation time, used all my PTO, used all my UPT, and then just dipped out of there. That was kind of what I was thinking about doing. But I was immediately slapped with reality, and the apps died, and I was no longer making good money. And thank God around that time, the doctor sent me my note that I was waiting on, saying that I needed to return to work, because if it wasn't for that, I probably would have been broke as hell. I probably would have missed out on rent or something, because immediately after sending that note, a few days later, not immediately, but like 4 or 5 days after that note, I got a message or text message or something like that. I think it was an email from Amazon saying that I am able and clear to return immediately. I got this on a Tuesday. I think it was the 28th on Tuesday, and they said I'm clear to go back to work immediately. So on the 29th, I checked my schedule. I was already back up and running with Amazon, and I'm back. So the whole entire leave, I didn't get paid for anything like that. Honestly, I'm not too worried about it. My money was completely covered with, not completely, but for the most part covered with the Uber Eats and DoorDash that I was doing. And then on top of that, I still had some money from YouTube. And again, thank you for everyone who did donate to my tip jar. I really appreciate you a lot, because I actually did end up using that money to cover bills. I knew I would need to, so I'm so thankful for the people that did. The 2 of you that did, I really appreciate that a lot. Everyone who came in and also donated while I was live streaming too, I thank you guys so much, because I did end up using that to cover bills, because like I said, Uber Eats and DoorDash died. I cut way under what I was supposed to. Like, there was one week where I was supposed to make like $600. I think I only made like $150 to $300 at most. I think it was like $150 or $200. So I had to use a lot of my YouTube income, and everything that you guys donated, it was used for my bills. So I appreciate you guys a lot. I have like so much to thank you for, because you helped me out there a lot during a time where I was financially in need. So that happened, and I ended up returning to Amazon this past week. My first 2 days back at Amazon, but I forgot to mention too, like a couple days before I started to get back in, or I got that note, ignore what I just said. A couple days before returning to Amazon, my foot finally started to feel fantastic. Like, I started to feel almost back to normal. I could tell that there was still like some slight pain, but for the most part, I could tell, like, holy crap, like I feel almost back to normal now. Like, my foot feels really good now. That's how I feel. I wasn't waking up with pain anymore. Like before, I was waking up with pain every single morning. My foot was hurting a lot every single morning, but finally I was starting to feel back to normal. So that happened. But my first 2 days back to Amazon, I guess like reality hit me again, and my feet started hurting again. I say my feet. My left foot started hurting again. My ankle started hurting again. I felt it as soon as I returned back to Amazon. I was like, back to this crap again. My foot is starting to hurt again. My ankle's hurting again, blah, blah, blah. That was like the first 2 days though. The next 2 days after that, they hurt, but a lot less. It's like my foot kind of had to hurt those first 2 days, get used to what I was doing again, because I wasn't really on my feet that much when I was doing DoorDash. So my feet had to get used to working again. And the next 2 days after that, the Thursday and Friday, the 30th and the 31st, they started to feel a lot better. Now, my foot and ankle right now, as of Monday, April 3rd, Monday, April 3rd, my foot is definitely starting to feel a lot better. I just had an appointment with the doctor literally like 3-4 hours ago. I just got out of there. I'm starting physical therapy tomorrow. They're gonna make me some custom insoles for my shoes that are supposed to last like up to 15 years. So I think everything's gonna start getting sorted with my feet. I think the doctor said, and I pray that this works. The doctor said that in 3 weeks' time, I should be able to go back into an appointment with her, and that I should be able to get custom insoles, and I should be able to finally get back to doing what I was doing previously, which is like running, I guess, and stuff like that, and just living a normal life again, back to a pain-free, normal life, and I can get back to running, which I just pray to God, and just, I really, really hope that I'm able to get back within that time period. 3 weeks for me, if I'm able to get back to running in 3 weeks, that's amazing. I'm going to take it slow when I start this time for sure. But regardless, I'd be very happy to get back in 3 weeks. So that's kind of like the medical update. My foot's still not feeling 100%. Like if I had to give a percentage, I would say like 85 to 90% depending on the day. Like today it's like at a 90%, but I can feel it. Still some slight pain in there. I think for as long as I work at Amazon, it's going to always hurt just a little bit, I believe, because I injured it and I'm kind of in a place where I can no longer recover. I started to feel so much better during my 3 weeks off with Amazon, especially towards the middle and the end. I started to feel significantly better, but I'm back and my foot is starting to get tired again, starting to get into slight more pain again. But that just kind of, it was kind of a wake-up call. This whole situation was a wake-up call. For a few things. One, I need to take better care of myself and treat my injuries with more respect, basically treat myself with more respect. But two, I kind of had the wake-up call where it's like, okay, I know that I know for sure that I don't think this Amazon job is for me. I don't think I want to work here for a couple more years. You know, I think I'm done. I think I was already really considering quitting before. When I was doing the Uber Eats and DoorDash stuff, I was already like really considering quitting. I was like, I'm gonna quit as soon as I get back. I'm gonna work like another month, save up some money to have for extra whatever I need, and I'm gonna dip out of there. That was my plan. I got hit with reality, obviously, but I'm back now, and I've been working at Amazon for a week now, and I'm starting to realize, like, yeah, I want to quit now. Like, I'm done. I've done all that I need to do here, and I have almost fulfilled my goal. My goal, for those who don't know, I said that I was going to work here for 3 years. When I first started, I was like, I'm going to work here for 3 years no matter what, so I can get some experience on my resume and get like a good little tenure on my resume. So I'm almost at my 3-year mark, and I know that I'm done now. I know that 100% this is not, I don't want this to continue on for another few years, like regardless of what happens. Everyone who has been with the channel, who has been subscribed to the channel for a long time, knows that my ultimate goal is to become a full-time YouTuber. I just want to make my income off of YouTube and YouTube only, in terms of like necessity, like paying my bills and stuff like that. I want it to all be through YouTube. How that's going to happen, I am trying to figure that out day by day. I'm working towards that goal on 3 different channels and just trying to get things going. I'm figuring that out. But in the meantime, let's say this takes 2 or 3 years. I don't want to be at Amazon 2 to 3 years from now. The main reason for that, and the overarching reason, is because of running. I want to run a marathon one day. I want to become the best runner that I possibly can. Just as much as I love, not just as much as I love to YouTube, but I love running a lot. Like, the only thing I can compare it to is YouTube, because I love YouTube a lot as well. I love running a lot. It's one of my favorite things to do. I haven't been able to do it at all this year, pretty much. Like, I did it once in January, and since January I've been out with injury. I've lost all of my progress again, and I'm back to being how I was before I started running again before I started running back in September of last year. I'm pretty much a nobody in terms of running anymore. Like, I have no progress at all now. So I can't wait to get back into it. But this time I know that if I continue to run and work at Amazon at the same time, it's just not going to work out. I'm going to have to choose one or the other. and I'm going to choose running. That's just how it is. After the 3-year mark, I don't know when exactly or when, like how this is going to happen, but I'm going to plan on leaving Amazon regardless if I'm making enough from YouTube or not. I'm going to leave Amazon and probably just find a different job, preferably something in an office or something working from home, anything like that. I don't want to do anything that's I don't want to do any more physical labor jobs, because I'm leaving Amazon because I want to focus on my like whole running career, I guess you could call it, my whole running journey. I want to continue doing that, and I want to continue to focus my attention more on that than anything else. And so in order to do that, I need to get out of the physical labor side of things. I need to get out of anything that's going to keep me on my feet. So I definitely prefer to do something that is just, you know, in office maybe, or maybe working from home, doing some type of thing from home, whatever it may be. I don't know. If you have any suggestions for like work from home jobs or anything like that, let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, that's definitely my plan now. I know for sure this was like, for me, oops, I'm sorry if the audio is messed up, I just moved my mic, but I know for me, this was the last straw for me. This whole incident and getting injured and being injured for nearly like 6 or 7 months now. I don't really remember how long it's been. Actually, it's been like 7 months now like 6 months since I got injured. That's beside the point though. I've been injured for a while now, and because of Amazon, I'm not able to heal. I realized in my time off from Amazon that my foot was healing significantly faster than it was while I was working at Amazon. And again, I want to run a marathon one day. I want to do so many things physically. I want to get into better shape and all this, and I just don't feel that I can do that at Amazon, because if I get injured, then I have no other choice. Amazon's not going to, if I get injured outside of work, Amazon's not going to pay me. Hell, even if I get injured at work, Amazon's not going to pay me. They're not going to send me home paid. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to accommodate me. They've already proven that they can't accommodate me. Amazon doesn't care about my safety, so why should I care about them anymore? I'm definitely looking into getting a new job again. I'm not in any rush to do this. It's not something that I would like to do, you know, immediately. I'm not like, oh my God, I got to get away from Amazon now. I still want to finish up my 3 years, which comes up in July of this year, I believe, like July 22nd or something like that. I still want to complete my 3-year mark, my goal that I set out for myself. And even after that, I'm still not going to be in a rush, but I'm definitely going to be setting up my resume and maybe applying for jobs in the meantime. In a couple of months, I'll start looking towards doing that. Hopefully, again, to get something that's either in office, like just sitting at a desk, or maybe something that is at home, preferably at home. I think that's what I would really like to do, is do something just at home on my computer. But you never know, and I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know what the future holds, but I know for the meantime, I'm still obviously going to create this Amazon content. Still going to be working at Amazon for at least the next few months at minimum. I probably will be working at the reality is I'll probably be working here next or towards the end of this year, maybe going into next year too. However long it takes to find a different job is how long I'll be working here for. And again, like, I'm not in a rush to leave this job immediately. The fact that Amazon couldn't accommodate me is disgusting, but I'm not going to sit here and stress out about it. I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm not going to freaking take them to court or anything. That's just stress that I don't need on my plate, time that I don't fucking have, and I'm not going to bother with any of that. I'm just going to do me, keep my head down, keep working at Amazon for now, keep working on the YouTube stuff on the outside. I am a very, very busy person, so I'm trying to just keep my life as stress-free as I can outside of the work that I already have to do with YouTube and the work that I have to do with Amazon, and then all the errands and chores and stuff that I have to do with being an adult and owning my own apartment and stuff like that, or renting my own apartment, not owning, but all that stuff. Yeah, that's my plan though. The whole experience made me realize, one, I really love working for myself for sure. Like, I really love working for myself. Doing Uber Eats, DoorDash, and YouTube during those 3 weeks, that 3-week period that I did it, doing it was incredible. I really enjoyed it a lot. And just being able to create my own schedule, leave the house when I want to leave the house, go to bed when I want to go to bed, do things on my own time, it was a 10 out of 10 experience. I loved it more than anything else I've ever done. Like, it was the happiest I've been in terms of work before, and when the money was good, I was happy, but obviously that fell apart. I'll have to figure out a way to get myself back into a situation similar to that while, you know, still making enough money that's actually consistent and stable. Again, I'm going to try to do this YouTube stuff. That's been my goal for the longest time. There's nothing else that I want to do as a full-time job. Like, when someone asks me what I want to be doing 5 years from now, the only answer I can give is YouTube, because it is all that I want to be doing. It's what I want to do as a full-time career. YouTube and whatever else comes with YouTube, like Twitch streaming, etc., all that kind of stuff. That's all that I want to do, is content creation. That's my main goal. That's my dream. That's what I want to do. But in the meantime, however long that takes to get to that goal, I'll figure that out. But in the meantime, I'm going to try to find something else. And if I don't find anything else and I just have to keep working around, that's perfectly fine. Like I said, I'm going to I'm gonna keep doing what I can to do to work towards my ultimate goal, and I'm not gonna stress myself outside of that. Whatever is meant to be will come my way. Whatever is meant to happen in my life will happen. So I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna sit here and stress out about it. I'm fine. I'm happy now, and I'm actually really grateful to be back with Amazon because, like I said, the money part of things with Uber Eats and DoorDash was getting really stressful. Not knowing if I was going to be able to afford bills got stressful for a little bit there, for a few days there it did, and then I realized don't stress about it. Just go back to work and do what you got to do at work. And yeah, so that's pretty much what happened. Like I'm back at work now. Actually, really glad to be back because I was missing that routine side of things. I actually realized that I do like having a routine. Every Wednesday to Saturday, waking up at 5 in the morning, I actually do enjoy that routine. And then having the next 3 days off to work on all those 3 days, I'm spent all on my YouTube stuff. I actually really enjoyed that routine, and I missed it. And being back this week, it felt fresh. It felt new again. I felt rejuvenated. I didn't feel burnt out in any way, shape, or form. I just felt great, and it's actually really nice to be back to my routine ways. I enjoyed the freelancing stuff, but the routine stuff is really nice too, and it's nice to have something set up and planned out. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of this update. My foot's fine. It's recovering. I start physical therapy tomorrow. I ended up not getting paid from Amazon at all. I've never got a dime for being out. But again, I'm not going to stress out about it. I'm not going to sit here and be mad about it. I was mad before, and now I can't worry about that. I got to move forward now. I got 3 days off now, so I need to focus on doing all my YouTube stuff that I can to get done. Completing my 2190 challenge that I'm still doing. I'm on almost on day 60 of my 2190 challenge, so we're almost 2/3 of the way there. So completing that, continuing that, and doing all the work that I've been doing on my wrestling channel. For those who don't know, I have a channel where I discuss professional wrestling. I've been focusing a lot on that channel lately. Like I've had so much content there. I started off with 8 subscribers like a few days ago, or probably the beginning of last month. I started off with 8 subscribers. I'm at 62 subscribers as of filming this video. So I'm really happy with the way that's going. I'm hoping that channel can pop off and maybe get that channel partnered as soon as I possibly can. And focusing on all my other channels too. It's been fun. It's been fun. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of this video. Let me, guys, I don't know what I just said there. I kind of mixed 3 different words at once, but that's pretty much the end of this video. Just wanted to update you guys and let you guys know what's going on right now. And yeah, I'm back at Amazon. Things are back to normal, I guess. It was a weird situation, a weird couple of weeks, but I'm back, and of course I'm going to be back with this YouTube content as often as I possibly can be. Still got 30 something days to go on the 2190 challenge, so I will be uploading or streaming 7 days a week every single week. I've been doing that for the past I don't even know how many weeks it's been now, probably 6 or 7 weeks now I've been doing it. So continuing on that, and I'm feeling good, feeling great, and yeah, I'm going to end this video there, guys, though. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel down below if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Love you all. Peace.